You are listening to the Everything Goes podcast.
So what's up, guys? My name is Gus, and on this week's episode, I have Heidi back on the show, and we discuss pre-pandemic times. Do you guys remember before we used to wear masks everywhere? So yeah, those times. So this week we discuss on stuff that I miss the most, that we miss the most, and that I took for granted, and that most of us took for granted. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. What's up, Heidi? Welcome back to the Everything Else podcast.
Thank you, guys.
So this is second week back to back as a guest.
Yes.
And I was trying to wake you up because you sound and you look a little tired.
Tired, yes.
Tired of what, Heidi? What did you do today? They got you so tired while I'm over here opening my Monster.
I think it was yesterday that I was up since 6 and I was nonstop up and down. And today I woke up and
Sorry, I'm opening my
went
Monster.
to my mom's house, and I don't know if it's a myth or not, but honestly, it just works every single time. They make, so we're Salvadorians. We make soup made out of bean soups, and in it they put pitos. Pitos, I don't know what's the translation in English, but they kind of look like green beans, but they're not.
Okay, but just for the listeners, Heidi.
Yes.
What is it with our kind of people, or Hispanic people, drinking
hot stuff when it's freaking hot?
Yes.
When the weather is hot.
No,
I don't know.
Specifically soups.
Yes.
That's like a thing, man.
That is a thing.
And
it's like 100 degrees outside. Oh, let's make for lunch or dinner soup.
Without the AC on. Without the AC on. So
AC on.
you're in there sweating balls, drinking. Yeah. This is a thing that's been happening since I remember.
Yeah.
So I think it happens in the majority of Hispanic families.
Hispanics don't like AC. Not first generation, because I'm first generation and I do like the AC. But I mean, like, I guess first comers.
No.
Or what would be I don't know. But anyways.
Well, the reason we started talking about that specifically now that you brought up the AC part.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier we took our kids to go buy some.
We went for a drive, you guys, because we're going crazy in our apartment.
Yeah. So we ended up stopping by. As we were driving, I mentioned to Heidi that some Hispanic folks like to drive in this 100-degree weather with their ACs off and their windows down. And I told her, just take a look at all the cars that drive by. The majority of them are Hispanic folks or Hispanic people.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell how do they do that in the summer, in August?
I don't know. But yeah, so going back to my story with my mom's bean soup with pitos. So the myth is that pitos make you sleepy. So after having a bowl of soup, yes, it did kick in the being tired, sleepiness. So I got home right away and I was just like in bed, but at the same time trying to be active because I know in the back of my mind I have things to do, like always. So I did 2 loads of laundry in between taking little power naps. And then that's when you were like, okay, let's all get ready. Let's get up. Let's go to run some errands. And then that's when we stepped out of the apartment because the kids were going crazy and you had to go pick up something.
I don't believe in that myth, in that pito myth. See, no, that's not a pito myth. That's just knowing that I have this thing when it comes to Sundays.
No, pitos make you sleepy.
I've never even heard of that.
Sopa de frijoles con pitos.
Nobody's ever heard of that. That's like...
It's because you're that one Salvadorian that isn't Salvadorian, Gus.
Anybody that's going to start listening to this is like, pito makes you sleepy.
Yes. But you're being like dumb. You're being like dumb in the nasty perverted way because you're thinking what pitos means in Mexico, like Mexican people. Pito means dick and it's not dick. That's what you're thinking of.
I'm not thinking that.
Yes, that's what you are.
I'm not thinking that. I don't know where you got that from.
No, I know you. I know who my husband is. I'm just saying there's this Salvadorian soup called frijoles con pitos, and pitos, it's whether it's a myth or not. I to me it is true. It's facts, because every time I drink that soup, I get so sleepy. But that's what it is. It puts you to sleep. It has something.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
This is from a person that doesn't even like soups.
Anybody.
You know what? I'm gonna.
Is this an LA thing?
I'm gonna give you. Actually, my mom gave me some to bring some over
So
here,
padre.
so I'm gonna give you some, and I'm gonna put your ass to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to get by this. Pito soup for you guys, or beans? Is it beans? Beans and pito. What's pito in Spanish? In English?
Yeah, I don't know how to translate it. It looks like green beans, but it's not.
I don't know. I think I've had it.
I don't have my phone with me, or else I would search it. Try to search it really quick.
I've heard of after you're done eating, you get that food coma, but I think that's more a psychological thing where you put it on. We put it on ourselves. We put it on ourselves because, believe it or not, we haven't done much of anything today. Nothing that's been like overwhelmingly put us there to be tired or whatever. I didn't go to work. It was a day off. The only thing that I could see is that because we were on, I call it my lazy Sundays. And on Sundays, I hate doing stuff. I don't really like doing anything. That's just
You don't do anything in the first place, Gus. You have no chores.
Yes, I do. I go to work. That's a lot.
That's not a chore.
That's a job.
Gosh.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Now, we started talking about this, but the reality is that we started talking about it because it's just that we were like, you know what? We're just bumming in here. We feel like doing a lot of stuff, but we just don't. And so we started kind of reminiscing pre-pandemic of the things we miss. So let's talk about that. So that's the topic this week.
Yes. So yeah, we were talking in bed about that earlier. Like, we have so many things we want to do now that we are able to, but yeah, at the same time, it's everything is either closed or restricted, or you either have to like take the risk and drive to your location and see whether or not they are open. I don't know, but it's got a little bit frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, so I think you have been the one that's basically done all the shopping, any type of shopping, basically. I don't do any shopping whatsoever. I just go, the only time I go out is from work, home, and work. I mean, home, back to work. That's the only time I ever get
home
out.
to work and work to home.
Yeah.
That's what you do, yes.
Yeah, I don't really go out. So when you were telling me that you had to make line to go to a certain grocery
Costco,
store,
Trader Joe's,
stuff like that, I was like, no.
Target.
I mean, I would see it in the news, but I wasn't part of it.
Yeah, and then when I would come home, you would be like, God, that took you forever. No shit. I had to like stand in line.
Like 2 hours to get a bucket of water and toilet paper.
If I got lucky to find that.
So, yeah. And then over there throwing elbows to get the Clorox wipes, Heidi.
I still haven't found any, but I did go to...
Didn't you almost get in a fight with an old lady? Or was it you?
Yeah, that was me. But that was because she wanted to take my parking lot at Costco. Fuck that. I was there for a while, man, with my signal, and it was raining. I was not going to let her take my parking spot because she was an older lady. No.
When was it raining?
It was raining.
During the pandemic?
Yes, earlier.
Okay, that must have been April, March. So, damn, that's a long time. Mm-hmm. So that's what we were talking about. We're talking about pre-pandemic stuff. How we miss certain things. So we started talking about things, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this because I miss so much crap, so much stuff that I took for granted.
Yeah.
So let's talk, Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to start it? Because I got a lot of things to say that I miss.
Well, I can't say, and I will say, the one thing I miss is just being, able just to walk out of your home and not needing to worry about, because COVID is airborne, right?
Yeah.
So not being worried of catching it.
Okay.
Just by stepping out,
Yeah.
And just the whole like mask situation. Sometimes I get out of my car and I have to go back running to my car because I forgot to fucking mask.
Yeah.
So those little things, I guess,
get annoyed?
I get annoyed of, and I took for granted the fact that, the liberty, the freedom of just having what we had before.
It's funny that you say that, because that's one of the I think the number one thing for me that I hate is the mask.
Mm-hmm.
I have to deal with it at work, and at work it's hot as fuck. And then they give us those plastic things that go over your face. Imagine it's August, it's hot. I sweat balls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't breathe, you can't see. It's just a hassle, and I hate it. I really dislike it. I was thinking about it maybe the other day or yesterday, where I was like, damn, can't we just go outside and take a deep breath without this damn mask on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of it. So I feel you when you said that. I was like, God damn. And I also had that one which you said, not being able to worry about catching something, just going out there and just being normal. So that's it then. What is normal now?
Exactly. And I find myself contradicting my thoughts a lot, because one thing I have taken upon myself is stepping out and going hiking. It's just a stress relief, a mind relief of being home. And, I just try to do little things that will make my day, my mind, body, and soul a little bit happier. So I have taken hiking, stepping outside, going hiking, it makes me happy. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm all about, I catch myself saying, oh, people wear your mask. I'm wearing my mask for myself, to protect myself, and also to perfect and being considerate of others, right? And then I see people out there with no mask whatsoever, and I'm just like, wow, what a fucking selfish individual. And then I'm all like hearing things, in the news or conspiracies and whatnot on social media, and it's like, is it really true? Is it? I mean, this could get really deep and stuff, but we're not gonna go there. But like, wearing the mask, is it really like a trial to the government to see what's the extent that they can brainwash us with, and restrict us?
No,
because I kind of do feel restricted.
Well, yeah, of course. Everybody feels restricted. Everybody feels like, well, not everybody, but the majority there's some people out there that think that because you wear your mask, you are infringing on their civil rights or on their whatever rights they have or whatever.
Yeah, and then you have people saying, well, COVID is a virus. Well, then it's a virus like any other virus then. So then, like, I don't know, it just gets confusing. I start like fighting with my thoughts, and I'm all like, oh my gosh, I just like need to let it rest and let it be, and just focus on something else.
Well, see, that's the problem about.
Because now it's like, I don't even know what's what anymore.
Well, that's the problem about the media, and that's one of the problems about social media, mm-hmm. because a lot of the stuff that comes out of YouTube, that comes out of Facebook, Instagram, a lot of that stuff is fake news, and it's real. Mm-hmm. It's true what the president says, but but he uses that. I mean, so to contradict him, he uses that. So there's a lot of myths, legends, and all these little stories that are on social media that make you fear this pandemic even worse. So you start doubting yourself. You start questioning stuff, kind of like what you just said right now. Is it real? Is it not real?
Yeah, because I'm all here, wearing the damn mask, which I hate. But I'm trying to protect myself for you when I come home, and my children. And at the same time, I'm being considerate of the people that are out there.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Why this is what I do.
And then I see people like nonchalant about it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. And I get you.
So am I being the dumb one and being all paranoid and stuff?
No. I feel that I think the majority of the people that do that stuff are either young or don't have kids or just don't care. But I think the majority of us that are parents or that care or that have like older folks at home or stuff like that do take time and put that mask on. But I think there's a large majority out there that don't care or don't. It's horrible. Trust me. I feel them because there's a point where I'm fed up with wearing a mask myself.
Yeah.
I am. Because I wear it all the time at work. I can't breathe. I sweat.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
And then when I try to take the kids for a walk or hiking, it's like,
It's
put on your mask, you guys. It's like I'm making them paranoid.
Yeah. No, it sucks.
But yeah, okay, let's move on with your other things that you wanted to.
Well, I mean, that was a big one because.
Yeah, but I just don't want to really focus on it because.
Okay, well then
there's other things.
So the thing is that you miss not wearing anything then.
I just miss being normal.
Yeah, but see, that's I asked you a question that before.
So then now
what is normal now? Is this gonna be from now on?
It seems like it.
Because do you remember when we used to go outside and we would see like usually the Asian ladies?
Asians would wear a mask and gloves. I remember, and this whole time, to be honest, forgive me, for my ignorance, but this whole time, whenever I would see them, I thought it was because they were protecting themselves from their skin. Because the Asian culture is like that.
Well,
maybe they don't like the sun for that reason.
Maybe it could probably be.
But now it's like, okay, maybe they were taking for an extra. Like it's more than beauty, I guess. Protection. It's their health and stuff that they're trying to protect.
Okay, well, since you said let's move on to this. Just because we were so close to it, and I'm like, God damn. You know how much I miss a mall just walking by it? Is it open? Is the malls open?
No, they're closed.
You see, I miss that shit. Believe it or not, I miss it. Can I just walk in there and just... Because that's what we do usually in the summer. Because that's AC inside. So let's go to a mall and just kick it in there.
Yeah.
The kids, they have like that little playground part where the kids go and run around while we shop or whatever.
Well, for that reason, I took them to Camarillo Outlets a couple of days ago. Yeah. And they were running because it's an outdoor mall. Yeah. So they're running up and down. I mean, they had a good time.
I miss a mall. Believe it or not, I'm done shopping on Amazon. I'm done.
I do. I miss walking into the mall, getting my stone oven sandwich, and getting the boys their, Auntie Aunt's pretzel. And
you would do that Fridays after school, after picking them up from school. Mm-hmm. So that was a routine.
That was like a little thing that I would greet them with after school.
That was like a Friday thing. After school, you would go with them to the mall, whatever, hang out for like an hour, and then get them their pretzel and their drink.
Yeah.
So see, those are the things that I miss. Just little things like that. It's a big deal, believe it or not, because we haven't done that shit like in over 6-7 months now.
We're getting there. Yep.
So. Just the easiest things. Look, just going to the movies. I love going to the movies with my son.
Yeah.
My son and I were talking about Isaac, about the Black Widow movie. We were like so pumped about it. We're like, damn, that shit looks good. Mm-hmm. And usually he's my road dog when it comes to Marvel movies.
Yeah, so you go with him and I stay with the little one.
So yeah, he was pumped to go see it. I was pumped too. I was like, let's go, man. And then
all this happened.
And now it got pushed back.
Yeah.
So we no movies. I love the movies, believe it or not. I do. It's one of my things I like to do when I'm not at work.
What else do you miss?
This is gonna be a thing. Coronavirus ain't going nowhere. Even though it's never gonna disappear. Like just like the influenza, it's always around. So it's always gonna be lingering.
Okay, so since you said that it's just like the influenza, so then what's the whole point of us being secluded and wearing masks?
Well, right now it's just a pandemic. So what happens is that there's a lot more people that have caught it. So it's too much. It's too much that you can't treat everybody because there is no vaccine. There's nothing. Now with the flu, you get a flu shot.
But even then, once they do come up with the vaccine, I don't trust that shit.
Yeah, nobody does. That's the only thing. It's just when we got with this pandemic, that's why it's called a pandemic, because it's out of control. Yeah. So it's just over. It's too much of it. We can't keep a handle on it.
Yeah, because I'm reading also that without that vaccine, without the COVID vaccine, we won't be able to have the children go back to school or us go back to work.
Yeah, we were just talking about people that work inside offices. And that's one of the bad things. How people don't go back to work, because one of the CDC says that if you work inside buildings that have the AC on and they kind of circulate the same air,
like the malls, offices,
That's one of the reasons they're closed.
Theaters,
The gyms, yes,
movie
exactly.
theaters.
Exactly. Unless you're at your own home and then, all your people are breathing the same shit. But when you come into a workplace where everybody comes from different places, you're in danger of being contaminated.
So then why the supermarkets?
It's an essential. We all have to shop.
But we're all smelling the same thing, that same AC.
Yeah, but that's why they wear masks. Like the workers have their mask on.
Yeah.
So then they have they have that plastic. So they have a lot of things that they could do. It's like at work. At work, there's fans on. There's all this shit to keep it circulating. Mm-hmm. But they have the doors. The doors are open. Mm-hmm. The problem is when you're inside and everything's shut out, like offices, you don't have the doors open in your office. Mm-hmm. So that's the problem. So how about this? This is something that I thought about because I had a friend that just ended up, which is I call him a friend or a good person that I talk to at work. I hadn't seen in a while.
An acquaintance.
Yes, and he used to be my supervisor, and we get together and we talk sometimes out there, and we talk about just different stuff because I have arthritis, and we talk about our differences and shit like that. So when I seen him, I hadn't seen him for fucking like 6, 7, almost 8 months, almost a year, because he had heart surgery. I seen him, and the first thing you do when you see somebody, hey, how you doing? You give him a handshake and all that shit. We kind of had to hesitate. I was like, oh fuck. That awkward moment where
like you don't know how to greet people now.
Yeah.
Because our tradition is like handshake, and then depending on the relationship, followed by a hug. You know. Like now it's like
a bro hug, like a half hug.
Now
whatever.
It's like people don't even want to elbow you no more.
Yeah, well, that's what we did. We kind of were like, did like the fist bump or something
not even fist pump. We shouldn't. They say.
But see,
so now it's just like hi from afar, from 6 feet away.
So you start missing those things.
Yeah.
So I kind of started thinking about that. Fuck, man, we got to this moment where I can't just say what's up to somebody that I thought it was like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Give them that bro hug, like, what's up? I couldn't even do that. I was kind of like in the middle. I was like, oh, what the fuck are we gonna do? You get me? So that's where we were at. That's why I had to put that in here. Just a proper handshake, proper hug, stuff like that. And then this one's one for me. This one's a big one for me because I'm a big sports lover. And luckily for us, we ended up going to a couple of Laker games. Mm-hmm. So where there were a lot of fans, and Laker games are packed. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting all the way to the nosebleeds. But now they play any sport, from the UFC, basketball, and the NFL is gonna do it without it too. The Raiders are opening their first year in Las Vegas with no sports fans. Imagine that.
Unfortunately,
a big part of sports is the fans. Believe it or not, that's what they make. They make money. Mm-hmm. They create jobs, and obviously it pumps out the team. Mm-hmm. So, like the UFC, I don't know how could I explain this to you guys. Have you ever been to a gym, like a high school gym, without the fans? It's like just like a practice basically.
Yeah. And
you're playing for reals. And it just does the TV crew there, and they're showing you on TV now, and that's it. No fans. They have like these digitally cut out faces and fans, whatever. Mm-hmm. You have to pay to get on one of those things. But it sucks. It sucks. There's no energy. You can't cheer. Dodgers are playing, baseball's playing, and they have no fans in the stadiums.
Yeah.
Imagine it's just an empty stadium. You playing baseball. Basketball, same thing. UFC.
Wait, I have a question. And again, forgive me for my ignorance, but are the players wearing face masks or no?
No. So what's going on is that's why they're in quarantine. They're quarantined. They stay together as a team, but they're quarantined away from like the outside people. The NBA they all got together. They got all the players from the NBA, and they went to Orlando, Florida, and they all put them in this bubble. Like this in Orlando, Florida, whatever, like the Disneyland area. They rented that out, so nobody's going in there. So it's all NBA players in that area, and that's it. No families. It's just the NBA players. They cannot go out. They get daily tests or weekly tests or something like that, and that's it.
Wow.
I think you could wear a mask during practice, but most players don't. I know
it's hard to.
But I know the coaches do. Same thing with the UFC. The actual athlete that's fighting, no mask, but they get tested before, after, and then like this whole corner, they get tested. but they have to work their mask,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Same thing with Major League Baseball. Especially like I think they have it inside the dugout. Some people you could wear it or not, but same thing with them. They get tested. They're in a bubble.
Mm.
It sucks.
Interesting.
Like right now, like the Lakers are playing. Somebody, I don't know. I can't picture having an NBA championship team with no fans in there. It's like a high school game. Yeah, I miss that. I'm gonna miss going to the Raider game this year.
No, cheerleaders for the Lakers.
I don't think so. No, whatever they do is just strictly basketball. In their view is, let's get the games going, but with limited exposure. That means exposuring anybody that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, so they don't contaminate anybody.
So that goes for football season, NFL, college. Look at the college. I'm a big college fan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like USC.
Yeah.
They had to cancel some games. They usually have a 12 to 13 game season.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're down to 10. And now I would say like 2 weeks ago, a lot of the college players came out with their demands for playing. That means the whole conference. There's like 400 or something student athletes that came out saying, you know what? If you guys don't meet these
requests.
These requests, we are not playing.
Wow.
So right now, Pac-12 is up in limbo.
Wow.
They're in limbo because look at this. This is how schools make their money. The majority of the schools make their money because of the TV contracts. So they make a lot of their money. That's why they want them to play. But so the schools get that money if they play.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing with a student athlete. Student athlete is not a pro. So a lot of them are opting out. Some of them, like these requests, they go, hey, they want, if I get contract the COVID-19, if I contract that, what happens to my long-term future? They want to know. Because as an athlete, it's only on a year-to-year basis.
Correct.
So your scholarship's never guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So if I play and if I contract this shit,
Mm-hmm.
you better have a fucking, are you going to pay for my schooling if I get sick, if I can't play football no more ever again? So they have all these requests. What's going to happen if I get sick and I get my family sick? Are you going to take care of them?
Well, it makes sense, right?
Yeah. Because the schools are making big money
Mm-hmm.
and they're not. So they're putting their
life.
Yeah, their health and all that shit into
in the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just being normal. See,
I didn't know that. It's crazy.
So how about this?
Okay, what else?
Concerts. Shit.
You and I are suckers for concerts. We love them.
Yeah. So
I had two.
which ones?
I had Celine Dion in May
Where,
at
here
the
or
Staples
Vegas?
Center.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it for my cousin Kim for her birthday for July. And then that didn't happen, obviously. And then I have Ricky Martin's tour with Enrique Iglesias at the Staples on Nokia, I think it is.
Really?
And it's canceled. It's gonna be available to until 2021.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Usually I buy a concert here and there, but this year we haven't. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Usually I save my money and I go out. If we got a concert or something, we end up going in Vegas and doing it out there.
Yeah. The last concert we went to, you and I, was the Maná one.
And that was last November?
Yeah, November.
That's for my birthday. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was at the Staples Center. No, not the Staples Center. That was at the Inglewood Forum.
At the Forum. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, just little things like that. I mentioned Vegas.
We
go to Vegas at least twice a year. We haven't gone this year, and I miss it so bad.
Yes, for Vegas, we usually go around February, right? And we go around June, July.
Yeah, we go usually around July. July.
June, July, every year. It never fails.
So we go.
Even our kids, they were like, Mom and Dad, how come we haven't gone to Vegas?
Yeah.
And we had to tell them because everything's closed.
Yeah, it's not the same. I hear people going to Vegas. Oh, yeah, Vegas is open, but not the same. Look, when I go to Vegas, I want to see a show. I want to be gambling. I want to be drinking at a bar. And that's without no mask. I don't want to be wearing a mask. What's the point of going over there? You're going to be wearing a mask. And I don't know if you've seen those people that are in there smoking. They put the cigarette on the side of the mask and shit. Even when they're drinking. You can't be doing that, man. When I get drunk, I'll be like, where in the hell is my mask? They're going to kick me out of there. From what I heard, I think they closed some of the casinos at midnight or something like that. So the casinos are not always open.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's what I was told.
Crazy.
So, yeah, I miss Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is our second home.
Oh yeah, shit. Now that the football season's coming, fuck.
We had plans. We had plans to go see the Raiders also.
Yeah. Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders. I told you, there's no fans this year. They're gonna play, but no fans. No fans. Well, see, we used to do stuff on Sundays, even if it was just that to go eat at a TGI Friday. Cause my kid over here likes Chili's. Every Sunday we call. I said it earlier. We have this lazy Sunday, and the only thing we do is we usually go out as a family and we go eat somewhere. That's it. But even that we can't do now. I told you, how ghetto does it look in 100-degree weather?
Eating outside.
To be sitting outside next to a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. The restaurant.
Forget the ghetto-ness. It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's not only is it hot as fuck outside, sweating balls, but now you're eating your food next to a car, because that's what they have. I don't know if you've seen the.
No, I've seen it.
I don't know if they're doing it everywhere. I don't know if it's just California.
I don't know, but here in California, everybody who has a business and has the space capacity to, provide service in the parking lots of their business, then that's what they're doing. Whether it's food, whether it's nail salons, hair salons, people are just desperate, so they're doing those desperate measures.
Yeah, the barbershops can't even cut hair, man. And some I don't know how they get away with it, but I know they have like this. You have to make an appointment with them. You have to make an appointment, and they only take like 3 a day or something like that. And there's only a limited time of people inside, so one person on one side and one person on the other side. But I don't know how it works now, because I'm telling you, one of the CDC things is you can't have an AC inside and be running with the same air.
Correct.
So I don't know how that works. That's why this one, the one that was here, opened up for like a week or two, and then it closed again.
Yeah.
Shit. And now I think they were cutting hair outside, but imagine, it's hot as fuck.
It's hot.
Imagine sitting outside, sweating balls, and you're cutting hair.
Yeah.
It's a total pain in the ass. I mean, I feel bad, man. I don't know how these people are doing it, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do. So I get what the restaurants and businesses are doing. They got to do what they got to do. So I just don't understand. Like I said, well, I don't know if you saw those pictures at the Universal City Walk, whatever it was, where they have all those restaurants and they're using like the 3 or the 4 or 5 story parking lot to seat people.
Yeah.
Tell me how ghetto that looks. It looks so bad, but people are still showing up.
Well, the Topanga Mall here in the Valley, because we're from the Valley. Yeah. They're having outdoor shopping.
Yeah.
I mean,
outdoor shopping. Where?
Topanga.
But Target. Hey, what's the difference between the mall and Target? Because they're like in there. Why is Target open and why is the mall closed though?
The mall is not essential. Target is an essential
you're
place.
Right, because it has groceries inside. Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
Diapers, baby food.
Okay. Okay.
Cleaning supplies.
Okay. So why Best Buy then? Best Buy's open. Is that essential? I don't know how they get by that.
Yes.
What?
Refrigerators.
Okay.
I don't know. Cords for the light.
Yeah. Well, what would people do without their TVs?
Exactly.
No more Netflix. People will go crazy without them. Shit.
I don't know.
Shit.
But I don't know. Everything's questionable.
You know what?
It's crazy.
This is another thing I want to bring up. This is something that's actually big for me because I have an autoimmune disorder and it's called rheumatoid arthritis. So I have like this autoimmune system that's all messed up. I told you we were talking about how I've lost my hair in the past because I have this autoimmune disorder that fucks with my joints, my hair, and it's like bullshit. So I go to the doctor a lot. And usually I take this medication and it's for my arthritis so I don't inflame. And I don't get these flare-ups that make me be in pain all the time. But when I'm not on these medications, let me just say this. Being on this medication kind of brings my overuse or...
Your immune system.
Down. So it kind of lowers my immune system.
It does, not kinda.
No, it does. So you're right, it does. And because of the COVID, I can't have that. I don't want to take the risk. A lot of the people that are still on that medication, guess what? They have to stop working because... You can't have it both ways. You can't be lowering your immune system and then going to work, exposing yourself to where I work at. because there's been many
cases.
where I work at.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't put my health or my family's health in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been on it for a good since February. I haven't been on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hurting. My knees are hurting. Some of my joints are hurting. I walk all funky.
Yeah, I think you even told me, like, kind of making fun of yourself, like a joke, saying that you're having withdrawals because your body was so used to the treatment.
Yeah, because it's like an oil. It's like an oil for my body. I don't feel the aches and pains as much, and now I have been off it for a good 8 months now. I'm like, I'm like this an old robot that needs oil. So, So I'm there. So I miss going to the doctor without feeling paranoid that I'm going to contract something.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go to my doctor, get this shit over, just like we used to before. Get my chocolate off the secretary's desk or whatever there is, the front desk or whatever, and then come home, sleep, and go to work. I miss that. I miss it so bad. Damn it, I miss it. Just hanging out with friends. Just imagine that. You know how much we took that as for granted, just hanging out with friends.
Well, we weren't always going out anyways, but the few times that we would go and hang out with our friends, it would always be fun and stuff. But now that we can't hang out at all, that's when you're kind of like, dang it, I miss it. Just
hanging out with friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing. Now I can't. Sometimes I feel like, you know what? I feel like calling my friend here, or maybe I just stop by his house, or something like I have people coming over. We just drink beer or whatever, just hang out.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. Now I have to think twice about it. Who am I inviting home? Who or where I'm going? Like my friend had his second daughter, and I had to text him. I was like, hey, bro, I want to stop by, drop off something, or whatever. Something like that. And I can't do that. First, I don't think they're going to let me because you know what's going on. And second, I don't know where he's been at or where I've been at. It's stuff like that. You get me? So we all both kind of like, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks that you can't just hang out, meet your friends you know how you're meeting your friends at when you go hiking?
Mm-hmm.
There's people that hang out and meet their friends at to get at Starbucks and just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Go get ice cream. Just little things like that we took for granted at a restaurant. You know, we took a lot of those things for granted. How about this one? I want to say fitness and gym, but I think, obviously we're a little bit out of shape here. But there's people.
Fitness and gym. So this relates to the people that actually went to the gym, you guys.
Yeah, because, look, we live so close to a gym here, and I told Heidi, you know what, fuck, dude. This is one of the gyms that didn't want to close down, and they came out on the news.
Yeah, Crunch.
They're like,
Crunch Fitness.
So they were like, you know what, hey, either we open, otherwise we're just going to fold, and we can't do that, so we're just going to stay open. So what did they do? I see this big old fence around the parking lot. Big old fence. And at first I was like, damn, what happened there? I thought they had, I think that the city came down on them and
closed them
and closed their parking lot. But it wasn't. What they did is they brought up all the equipment from outside. I mean, and it's cool and everything, but they didn't put no tarps or anything like that. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the gym, we're in the mid, like in the valley, it gets anywhere from the 90s to upper hundreds and stuff like that. So if you're going to be working outside, man, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are
you can have like a heat stroke.
Yeah, not only that, but imagine it's metal.
Yeah.
It's metal, so they're going to burn.
The equipment.
So that's what I meant. They don't have like tarps to cover the sun.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anything. They don't have canopies. They don't got nothing. It's just, okay, guys, you want to come and work out? You're going to burn yourself, but go ahead. It's out here. And I get it. You're as a business owner, you're going to do whatever it takes to try to survive and stay afloat. So I just feel bad. I mean, God.
I know.
I miss the gym, Heidi.
Yeah. I work out from home. At least I try to.
How about this one?
Yes.
I think this one's big.
What's big?
Sending your kids to school.
Oh my gosh. Yes. My kids, they get sad. They get teary-eyed.
Because they miss their friends.
They do.
My youngest misses his teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say her name? Sorry, that was my my monster popping over here. It's kind of telling me to drink one more. You want some?
No, I don't drink that
Why
stuff.
not? You're tired. You need some.
Yeah, that thing is just going to make you crash after.
You're already crashing.
but it's on my own terms.
So my kids, they tell me that they miss being with their friends, just playing, just being normal, just being a normal kid. Going to school, he told me, I can't believe he said it. He's like, Dad, I miss going to school, getting up and going to school. That's Isaac. And I was like, what? Because everybody could have a little bit of something, but too much is sometimes not good.
Yeah.
So he's gotten to that point where he's just bored.
Yeah. I try to motivate him by saying, you know what, you're about to start school again online, and at least you're going to get to see them, you know, via FaceTime when your class logs in and stuff. He goes, yeah, but it's not the same. It's only like for 30 minutes and that's it. We don't even get to talk or interact with one another. Yeah,
because at least at school, they could control who they talk to and all that stuff. Where here, you have to, hey, can you call his mom so I could get my friend on the phone? And some of the times, parents don't want to. No, I don't want to. Whatever. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes they do, I guess.
Yeah, some parents are okay with it. Some parents are like, no.
Yeah, some parents are not. And he's in going into the 4th grade. So this is some good. These are good times for somebody his age, 9, 10-year-old. So it's a big time.
And then we have our little one who gets FaceTime, or he FaceTimes his friend, and then they're like, I laugh because I really don't care, you know. Right now, whatever makes them happy, I let them do. So I give him my phone, and he dials his friend's number, his mom's friend's number, and literally they're like on FaceTime for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
He's always bored. That's my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He's all like, Dad, I'm bored. And this is a kid that, I get it. He's very, unlike my other one, he's very active. He likes to do stuff. How many puzzles he's done? Several times on his own.
Yes. So far this week, he's done 4 puzzles.
And a kid like him needs to release some of that energy every day.
Yeah. The first puzzle I got him was a 24-piece, then a 48. And then the recent one was the 100-piece, right?
Yeah. He started today then, but he goes like, oh, well, I don't want to finish it because I want to watch the movie. So
oh, you guys were watching a movie earlier.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too. You know what? At first, because I was working a lot of hours, I wasn't watching much. I didn't watch TV for a good 2-3 months straight. I wasn't watching TV. I was too tired. I was like, I would try watching. I would fall asleep all the time. But now I cut down my hours and I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to start watching. I start enjoying. So when I scroll through Netflix, sometimes you don't know what to watch because there's too much to watch. There's too much. And I think that's a bad thing because now I'm like, I've gotten into this where I'm like just watching TV. Okay, what to watch now? And then now I'm just laying on the bed or laying on the couch doing nothing. And sometimes I feel like, damn, I just wasted my whole weekend just laying here on bed watching TV. That's what I miss. I just miss like getting up and going to whatever place without even thinking about it. Like we said at the beginning, I went to Best Buy today and I didn't want to go myself because all I know is like I'm going to drive over there by myself and then I'm going to drive back by myself and that's it. And I told them, man, it's too boring. Let's go. None of you guys wanted to go with me.
Yeah.
None of you. And I was like, why? I was like, I'm always doing that by myself all the time.
I was on the whole soup sleeping coma thing.
So yeah, I feel my kids. And I get it too. You know what? Luckily for California and the LA County, kids they're starting school via the internet or whatever it is. But there's schools in like the Orange County, they're sending them to school, and there was a big old protest. Parents were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I mean there was teachers that are not okay with it because now you're putting them at risk and putting the kids at risk, and then the kids go home putting their families at risk. So what was the point? I get it. Kids need the interaction with their teachers and stuff like that to function. But goddamn, I don't understand. What the point of sending kids to school if they don't have a thing in place? Safety measures. Some of these schools don't have safety measures. Did you see because in other states like in Georgia, some schools out there in the East Coast or in the South, school started early August.
Yeah.
Them. And then I don't know. You saw this girl in high school took a picture and posted it on her social media, and fucking the hallways were packed. I would say 95% of the kids won't wear masks. What the hell? And Georgia's one of the biggest states that have like this big old pandemic or coronavirus cases going on over there, and
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then what did the school do? Ended up suspending the girl that posted that picture of, because now they are the ones that look bad.
Wow.
So they suspended her ass.
That's dumb.
So, and then she came out on the news. She said, "Well, first of all, I took that picture. Yes, I took at school, and I wanted the people to know that this school is not following CDC guidelines." And she's like, "Yeah, I broke the rules for taking a picture at school, but I did not post it during school. I waited after school and I posted it." So I think I think somebody stepped in. I want to say the school where they belong from. Or I don't know where the ones that manage the schools there, the district.
Mm-hmm.
And they called the school and they told them they can't do that. Bring that girl back into school, and because when you get suspended, it goes on your record.
Mm-hmm.
So they took that. It's like, take it off her record. This can happen because they were getting all this bad press. So yeah, that's what I can't see my kids sending my kids back to school and feeling like they're gonna be healthy. There's no way they're gonna do it. Specifically, little kids.
Yep.
So I don't know. Will you have a friend that's a teacher? Spoken to you about it, how she feels about going back to school and stuff like that?
She doesn't feel safe.
Right?
Yeah, but she has to. It's mandatory.
For what? For them to go to school?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I said that only a couple of people were gonna go. They were gonna send their kids, and now
it was mandatory. But then you know how? Okay, so at the beginning, at least here in California, the governor said kids could go to school, right?
Yeah.
Physically, they could go to school, and then because of this second flare up,
spike,
spike, the governor said, okay, no, LA County, the mayor and everything voted that the kids have to go to online schooling, or at least LAUSD.
Yeah.
So then,
private schools are a little different.
Private school follows LAUSD, and most of them. And then this teacher works for a private school, and she said because of that ruling, the school that she works for ended up going online. If they haven't had ruled that, then she was going to be forced to be teaching.
So now what's going to happen? Is she going to be teaching from home now? Or
from home.
Okay, so
until further notice.
I think LA County has it till October, and then they're going to revote to see what's going to happen. So they got another, 2-3 months to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think they're gonna hold it off till spring most likely, because even some of the sports like here in the LA County, like football season, they usually play in the fall. It got moved to the spring, so they're playing football in, I think, January.
See, all this whole COVID thing, it's been like a nightmare overall, not just for the people that have been, affected with the virus themselves, being hospitalized and everything, and some family members losing their family because of it, but also like people like us. Like, for instance, I want to go to work. I'm desperate to go to work, but I can't because somebody needs to stay home with the boys. And there's many people like me that are gonna reach the deadline of their unemployment, and then what? What's gonna happen?
So that we're up in limbo. You have to,
and it's so frustrating. Like they're saying, oh, well, at least here in California, they're saying that they want people, and it's mainly for the people that are taking advantage of the system. That this goes to them.
Yeah.
But it's not fair for the rest of us that are not taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
They're saying that the reason why they're reducing those additional 600, it's because they want people to go to work. Well, I'm all for it, but then that means you have to let the kids go back to school.
Yeah.
In order for the parent to go to work.
So there's a give and take. Yeah, no, I get on that.
So that's where I'm a little bit frustrated with that scenario. But anyways,
I see that point though, because you hear a lot of people, and specifically, you have some employees. And there's a lot of people out there, and you hear stories where employees call their employers call their employees, and they tell them, "Hey, we want you back." And what do they say? I'd rather stay home because I make more being on
Well,
unemployment.
they don't say that, but that's what they mean.
Yeah. Well, some of them have told them, you know what? Hey, keep me off the longest or whatever, because I'm getting paid more now than I ever was.
Oh no, I've heard more of like I've been around a person that's been a family member that's been, you know, positive with COVID, or I myself was with COVID or whatever.
Okay, but see, that makes sense though. But there's a lot of people out there that are unemployed right now because of what's going on, and they've been called back to work, and they don't want to go back to work because they're making more money than they ever were. Mm-hmm. Because imagine you're making whatever unemployment gives you. Here in California, I think it's 55% of your regular pay, plus they were adding $600 to it.
Mm-hmm.
Tax free, right? They don't take taxes off that, do they? I don't know. I've never been unemployed, so I don't know how that works.
But they will. California will tax you for the unemployment amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Before or after?
It's your choice.
Really?
Yeah, you could pay taxes on right now, or you could pay taxes at the end of the year.
Oh shit! Because I work hard for my shit, man. But when I see people just taking advantage of the system, it sucks, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it sucks for the people that, for example, like me, that are not taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Like, I'm ready. I could go to work. Right now, tomorrow. But what about the kids?
Yeah, exactly. No,
what's gonna happen with you then? That means you have to quit your job because I have to go to work.
Fuck no.
I mean, like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. It's crazy.
Unless you become a millionaire.
It's frustrating. It's just, I don't know, all sorts of emotions.
You know who I feel bad for?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you who I feel? Like those people that, and I have it here written down. It's called milestones missed.
What is that?
Meaning, like, people with birthdays. There's some people, have you seen those drive-by birthdays through their cars?
Yeah.
You stand outside the house or whatever, and they drive by.
Birthdays, baby showers.
Happy birthday, and they just drive by, and that's it.
Graduation.
Throw a cake on you, and then they drive by and stuff.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. That sucks. And then, like, graduating high school seniors. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows or remembers, that's my age, that remembers high school. High school was everything for a teenager at that point in time.
Anybody that had the privilege to go to prom, go to grad night, go to, enjoy their senior year,
ditching day and all that stuff.
Enjoy their ceremony. That's a blessing, because a lot of children didn't do that this year, 2020.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Right? I saw people graduate.
It's like they can't even go to the damn movies.
Yeah.
Because it's cold. I mean, it's closed.
Yeah, but I saw a lot of the kids that were graduating. They had an online graduation.
I know.
And then I get it. And our parents were dressing up their kids, and then they were taking pictures of it with their.
I think as a parent, you try to make it the best.
Oh yeah, you try
you
to.
Can.
Yeah, you try to. And
I just hope that it's all worth it at the end of the day. 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, you get to look back and you start laughing and make jokes about the whole situation.
Hopefully that's the case where people are like, you remember when we were this age? And
you remember your non-graduation.
It sucks. I think most people have. You still have it. I see it behind me. You have that's a graduating picture?
Yeah, that's my cap and gown picture.
Okay, but some people have their prom pictures up for like the family to see.
Yeah.
Damn. I can't imagine not going to prom, man. That sucks, man. No grand night, no ditch night. Do everybody have grand night?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has grand night. Graduation, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you can't graduate. That's something people like think. Sorry, that's my monster blowing up again.
It's because it's a can.
I don't know why it does that. It's all the gases in there.
I don't know. But yeah. What else do you have in your list?
So missed milestones. So I had graduations, birthday parties, family reunions. I don't know. I guess, but some families are still sticking together, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the ones that live outside the states, or the ones that are not very close, that maybe they get together maybe once a year and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine what's gonna happen for Halloween.
There's gonna be no Halloween. I'll tell you this right now. It is not that I'm being negative Nancy, you guys. It's just at the beginning they had told us our president, the government had told us this was just a 3-month period.
Yeah.
Look where we're at now, you guys. So we are in August, and mark my words, there's going to be no Halloween. There's going to be no, I think they even announced it, no Black Friday.
Yeah.
Officially for Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, yeah, no Black Friday. You're right.
Yeah, I think they officially announced it.
Well, here in California.
And guess what? There's going to be no,
no Rose Parade.
Oh, yeah. I think they have postponed that till 2022.
I don't know, but there's no
because 2021 it's down the corner, so it's not gonna happen.
So here in Pasadena in LA, Pasadena's not part of LA, but
Pasadena, the Rose Bowl, so, the Rose Parade is in Pasadena.
So yeah, they usually have these floats that go by made out of roses or something like that, or decorated with roses or flowers and all that stuff, and it's a big thing out here, and it's been canceled. And the reason it's been canceled is because a lot of the people that do the work have to do it months in advance, and there's companies that have usually sponsored them. So this year there's not a lot of sponsors out there.
Correct.
So that's one of the reasons. And obviously the parade, you can't have a lot of people like bunched up together.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So another one, there's
gonna be no Christmas pictures going to the mall. Like I take the boys.
I'm gonna take a Christmas picture here.
You're gonna be Santa Claus.
Hey, shut your face.
You know what? Dude, mark that in your to-do list. Order a Santa Claus outfit for Gus. Because you're going to be Santa Claus.
I'm going to be the Grinch
for your boys and your niece. So that's that.
I'm going to order you an elf one. You better.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm going to be your helper. We're going to make it the best that we can. Because it's not going to happen.
I'm going to miss shopping. Believe it or not, that's one of the one things I love about Christmas, shopping.
I miss going to Disneyland. I would take the boys at least twice a year, minimum twice a year.
That I do miss. I miss this.
And I know I sound really like, I don't know, maybe spoiled brat or whatnot, but
yeah, spoiled lady.
But honestly, I would take them every summer, and then for sure either in October or December. We would always pick one or the other.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, really? Nothing at all. And it's crazy because Costco's selling Halloween outfits already. Oh, and I'm all like, what the fuck for?
They're selling right here by the
mall.
By the mall, they have the Halloween shop or Halloween stores there already. Where it's
Spirit Halloween stores.
It's opening like this week, I think. And my kids love that place. They love it to a T. That's their thing. Halloween. I love Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm like a big kid. I turn into Halloween itself on Halloween in October. So I feel my kids and they get all excited, but I can't see that being. I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of people out there. First of all, the majority of the people are gonna be wearing masks, so it's like a Halloween thing. And second of all, it's an outdoor thing.
But do you trust the people giving the candy to your kids with this whole thing?
Well, if you think about it, god damn, I mean, if you start thinking like that, then you're gonna scare you're gonna scare yourself for life because that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So this is what they when I mean this is what the government has installed in us.
Yeah, no, people are gonna fight that one. Thanksgiving, I'm gonna miss Black Friday because I like Black Friday. Believe it or not, I do. I don't go out there in the mornings. I don't get up like at 4 a.m. and fucking go tackle an old lady. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. But I do like to get up and where are we gonna go today? Usually I like going to anywhere that has to do with
your store is Best Buy.
Electronics, yeah. With electronics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I do like. I do like going there Black Friday, enjoying it or whatever, going to Walmart and shopping, just like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I like doing that. So there's going to be no Black Friday this year. It's been canceled. Mm-hmm. Hell no. So, yeah. And on a personal note, because of this podcast, I have to have, you know what I miss? Luckily,
your friends.
Luckily I have you, so I have an in-person guest for the time being. For real. But I'm tired of doing interviews on Zoom and on Skype.
Yeah, you miss that physical interaction.
Yeah, because it's that chemistry. You kind of connect. I could cut you off, and and then you bounced off back and forth, kind of like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But when you do Skype, you can't do that because you gotta make sure. This is what I've learned. You gotta make sure that the person that's talking finishes. Otherwise, if you cut them off, it sounds like. You hear that cutoff, and it's a little weird. So I've learned to let the person end up talking, and then I have to kind of say, well, let me jump in here and say something or something in that aspect. So I miss having just my friends over and talking on a regular mic.
Yeah.
For real, I do.
I miss our friends.
Yeah.
All of them.
So that I miss. That I miss very much. So yeah, guys, wear your mask.
What else do you have in your book?
That's it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my whole life. We miss everything and everything. You know what? And this is the thing too. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm tired of watching TV. There's too much TV going on. I'm tired. And I like my NCIS and I like all my other shows and stuff like that. The Umbrella Academy. If you haven't seen it, guys, go watch it. That's the shit. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on TV, but damn, too much is too much sometimes. You get me? It's like too much ice cream. It's good when you get a little bit, but too much ice cream, it's too much ice cream.
Oh, ice cream sounds good right now.
So I'm to that point. Too much of something. It's like, that's too much. Sometimes I like to kick it, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I've been kicking it too much. I've been bumming it. I see Dupree now. I don't know if you've seen Dupree's picture.
No, I have not.
So I have my friend, aka Dupree, and I see him once in a while. And when I see him, he has this horrible thing that he calls a beard. It looks so horrible, Heidi.
Now I want to see it.
So I really want him to shave that crap. I really want him to get a haircut because he's grown this big old fro on him. But just little things like that. You're like, God damn, can we just go back to normality? Can we just...
But maybe he's just doing it for the quarantine look.
The reason I bring up Dupree is because there's a lot of people that have let their hair grow because there's no barbers, or they go...
Oh my gosh, yes. I miss... This is an essential thing. I don't know why they don't consider spas essential.
Because...
getting waxed is an essential.
I'll wax you.
Yeah, right.
I'll do it good.
No, I'm so scared of that. But I need my waxing. And I suffer from acne. So I honestly feel like because of the mask also, you start sweating in there. Like I even breaking out more than usual. So I miss meeting up with my esthetician and her reading my skin and stuff, and that I miss that.
Okay, that's an essential thing.
Yes.
You know that I wear that mask so often that I start
waxing too.
My nose starts peeling.
Waxing your underarms, your legs, and then other things too. I miss that.
Yeah. You know what I hate about my mask? And I just say now that you brought that up, because you get all these.
Yeah, I break out big time.
Well, I get the opposite. I start because I don't know why, but I breathe so hard that the air goes up my.
You're a big boy. That's why.
Like up to my eyes, So by the time I get home, my eyes are really red, and it's not because I'm tired. It's because it's been blowing. It's been drying out my eyes because when I breathe, like all the like the air goes up into my eye.
Yeah.
So I'm like, by the time I get home, I hear my son, man, Dad, your eyes are red. And it's not because I'm tired. It's because I've been blowing air and drying them out.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. So, yeah. And then like my nose was peeling, and it's because it's all dried from the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That I miss. Well, I think I'm going bald no more. So I don't need a haircut anymore. I just cut it bald.
Luckily for the boys, they look decent because you know how to cut hair.
Yeah, I cut their hair. But yeah, I miss just doing normal stuff. I miss it. And I'm never going to take this shit for granted. So, goddamn you, pandemic and coronavirus. I'm never drinking a Corona ever again.
Yeah, I took the boys to the park, the Porter Ranch Park.
Okay.
And it was closed. So they couldn't even go there.
You know what I miss too? Going to Beer and Wings, going to a sports bar, sitting down and give me a big, large beer, putting it down and eating some hot wings.
Yeah.
You know how much I love that? We used to do that.
Every so often.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Like I would say every 2 months, every 3 months, I would say. But we would go and I would sit and I would order just that and beer. Mm-hmm. And I miss that. Yeah. I miss it so bad. And I used to do it usually during the summertime because I don't know. Usually the summer is where nothing's popping and you go in there and then just eat and drink. Mm-hmm. I miss that. I really do. So I think we're just gonna leave it there, Heidi. What do you think?
I think that's good. You want to interview the boys?
No, not really.
No, not really.
I hear them screaming and stuff. So
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that everything turns around soon, and I hope the numbers go down here in California, because so far we've skyrocketed a lot the past couple of weeks, and I just hope everything gets under control.
I just hope that people take it seriously, because there's a lot of people out there. They're like, "Oh, this is fake. This is fake news. I don't care. Everybody deals with it different. If I get sick, I'll get over it. My so and so got it, and they're like nothing." But that's the problem. Everybody
reacts differently. Yeah. The one thing that pisses me off, and it hits me to the core, when people say, "Oh, you know what? I have God in my heart, and He's gonna protect me."
Oh.
I'm all like, I do too, but be realistic, and don't bring like God into this. If anything, like be cautious of other people. You know what a question would be? I want to ask, because I've seen this on social media a lot now, where there's a lot of nurses, and I think even you have like friends that are in the medical field and family members, and you don't see them wearing masks whatsoever, and they work and they have nurses. I mean, they're nurses. They work in the medical field, and you see their post and all that. They're going out here and there. And well, I have a cousin who is a registered nurse and works for the county, and I have a friend who is in the medical field and works for a surgical center.
We know one too. She got it really bad.
But these two individuals I'm talking about, they're on it.
Yeah.
They're always on the mask. They always have their masks on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as soon as they get home, they change, take a shower. They don't even like greet their family members. They have like this procedure when they get home. Now, this other person that we know, who's a mutual friend of ours, who's a RN as well. Yeah. And she works for a hospital here in the Valley, and she got COVID, and her entire family did too, and so it's very unfortunate.
But then I'm serious. I've seen some,
and then I have cousin that has COVID, and her body's like, she reacted it with no symptoms.
Who?
I'm not gonna say who.
You had a cousin?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And you didn't tell me that she had this?
Yes, I did tell you, but I'm not gonna say who right now.
What cousin?
So
your cousin?
So she showed no signs of symptoms. The only reason why she got tested is because somebody that she works with got positive. So it really it's unpredictable how you're gonna react to it. But the whole point of this thing is you need to be cautious of other people. You yourself, if you don't believe in it, that's awesome. More power to you. And if you feel God is going to protect you, that's awesome.
Yeah, but wear a mask.
But be aware. Yeah. Be aware of others.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
That's where my argument goes. Like I believe in my God too, and whenever he wants to pull the string on me that says, Heidi, this is it, then this is it. Yeah. But the thing is, that doesn't mean I'm going to be dumb and be going out here and out there and then coming back here and nonchalant about my kids and you.
So, no, but I mean, the reason I said that is because I'm very surprised to see some people on social media that I know they work in the medical field and they don't take this shit seriously. I don't know if it's because they haven't encountered it, or they don't work in the ICU like some of the nurses do, like some other nurses do, where it's a high.
Well,
high
risk. some people that work in the medical field believe this is like a hoax. Is it? Is that how you pronounce it?
A hoax.
So so I mean, there's a little bit of everything. There's people in the medical field that believe this is fake. Yeah. There's people in the medical field that believe this is real. And there's people in the medical field that are caught in between.
I believe you.
Because I've heard, again, through reading articles and in the news also, that this is curable. Yeah. Just drink your vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc.
Yeah.
and you're good to go.
And that chlorochrysine or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's however you pronounce it.
Yeah,
So
the malaria drug.
I mean, it's also confusing to a normal person like you and me, Gus, that have no knowledge of medicines, and we have
some of these
the medical stuff is not our thing. But then again, we're not stupid also.
Yeah.
Because here you see Dr. Fauci, without a mask.
Yeah.
And yet he's the one saying, wear your masks.
But in his defense, you can't always be wearing a mask, and it sucks because you have to eat, you have to drink.
And then you have doctors coming out saying, don't wear your mask because you need those germs to survive.
Yeah. You have to have some type of,
You smelling your own breath, your own bacteria is not good for you.
No. Yeah, but that's for another episode, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And it sucks. I know we miss a lot of stuff. I'm going to miss my Raiders this year. Not playing, not be able to watch them live like I was. Because we put some money down, right?
Yes, for their inauguration.
So we put some money down to be one of the at least to have a cup, to see them play in Las Vegas.
The first game, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not going to happen.
So, yeah. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss UFC playing ball. I'm going to miss... I'm gonna miss a couple of things. I ain't gonna lie. I miss concerts.
Even our kids doing their sports.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Around this time they're doing some sports, soccer, basketball.
I want to put my boy in football, all that good stuff, man. I miss that. I miss it so bad. Yes, I mean riding a bike is cool, but God, my sons used to being in some type of sport, or even taking a taekwondo. We can't take them because I feel I don't know.
Well, they're offering it.
Yeah, they're doing it, but
we don't feel comfortable.
No, I don't because you said there's only like 7 people, and
there's around eight people per class allowed. And even though he takes his own precautions, takes temperature and all that stuff.
Kids are kids, though.
Kids are kids, yes, and we're going back to the same thing. They're breathing the same air because of the AC.
Yeah. Well, haven't we seen... I've been in that class and I've seen kids coughing. I think I saw that last time I was there, one of the girls was threw up. And I don't remember.
Yeah, kids are kids. I mean, when you have children, they're unpredictable.
So, yeah, I'm hoping and I hope 2020 ends with a bang in a good way because 2020 has sucked. For real. It sucked. 2020, goddamn, what's going on, man? We're a little bit more than halfway with done with the year. But... hopefully by 2021 this shit's behind us because fuck this shit.
Oh yeah, the other thing too, I forgot to mention the boys are used to going school shopping.
Yeah.
They pick their backpack, their supplies, their clothes, whatever, and then this year nothing.
Fuck this shit.
Nothing. Even the school sent an email saying like, just keep your basics.
Yeah.
Paper and pen. I mean, pencil and paper, and we'll let you know more along the way as the time gets closer exactly what they will need. But don't go and buy your traditional list of things,
This is what I have to say about that because I'm like any other parent. We have to look out for the best for our kids. And if that means, going to school, I want them to go to school. I really do.
Yeah.
But not at their risk, not at anybody's risk. I don't want my kids fucking getting the COVID and all that shit. So, and even though they drive me crazy because my kids are just driving me crazy, and they do. Like right now we're recording and my kids are inside the room yelling and screaming because they're playing Xbox and stuff like that. But they're kids. They need to run. They need to jump. They need to wrestle. They need to do whatever they got to do to release all that energy.
Yeah.
They can't always be in the corner in their room. You can't do that because that's not what kids do.
Yeah.
Kids need to go to the park.
You know how you mentioned earlier, gosh, I'm tired of watching TV. Like, there's so much TV I could watch.
Yeah.
The same thing with the children. There's so much, iPad they could use.
Yeah.
So much
YouTube.
consoles. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you. There's so much movies, dance. I think that's why I implemented that they have to do their math and.
Oh yeah, Gus has made it mandatory Monday through Friday. Out of their day, they have to dedicate 2 hours to math, reading, and
the
arts like coloring or drawing. And at the same time, while they do their arts, they get to listen to music.
Yeah, exactly. And they do. And
They enjoy it.
They put their Disney music on and they're just relaxing, just doing the kid thing, whatever is normal now to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess we're gonna leave it there.
Yes.
And I hope it didn't get too downer, because we can't wait for 2021 and all the good stuff that's coming.
Yes, what we can all do, you guys, is be optimistic.
Yeah.
Be grateful for what we do have, and just try to see that light at the end of this year, man.
Yeah, because I miss the gym, being a gym rat myself. Shit. And I miss it already. These guns are, if you don't work them out, they go away. So,
oh my gosh, Gus.
So yeah. So I miss that. That's a big thing with me.
You've been paying the gym for how many years and you haven't been there?
I did in April. I think the last time I was in there, I was in April.
Last year.
No, this year. April. Trust me. I'm sorry. This was early February. It was early February.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I remember you guys telling you. See, that's the thing. You never pay attention to what things I do. But we're going to leave it there.
Whatever.
We're going to leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully it wasn't a downer. And I hope everybody's safe. Wear your mask. And don't be like other people that don't believe in stuff. And just be considerate of others. If you don't like wearing a mask, stay home. Go to the park. But don't be a Karen. Or what do they call the guy Karen?
John.
No.
I think it's John.
No, that's a different one. You're thinking about John Doe. That's somebody with no name. It's called the John Doe. Damn, I forgot. But it's another one with a K, I think. It's a Ken, I think. That's what they call
Ken?
it. It's a Ken.
Oh.
It's a Ken. Don't be a Ken and don't be a Karen.
All right.
Just so thank you guys. This is Gus and I'm the Salvadorian Joe Rogan. Remember that, guys, coming to you all the way from LA. Yeah, we're just gonna do that from now on.
Why are you the Salvadorian Joe Rogan?
Why not? He's a $100 million guy that's leaving to Texas.
Perfect. But I'm just saying, why are you naming yourself like that?
Because I want to brand myself. Then because he's leaving California, I'm taking over. That's why.
Got it. Okay.
That's why. And hopefully Spotify, if you're listening, call me up, eh? I'll take 10 million. Yeah, you give him 100 million, I'll take 10 million. Just a fraction of that.
That's funny.
So yeah, and I'll give credit to Alvin for giving me that name, the Salvadorian Joe Rogan. But
yeah, your friend Alvin.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks Heidi for coming on the Everything Goes podcast.
You're most welcome.
I know you were a little tired with your pinto beans. That's what it's called, no? Pinto beans with your pito?
No, we don't do pinto beans. We have our red beans, which are Salvadorian beans.
Oh, okay.
Pinto beans are brown.
Okay. All right. I guess. So
like light brown, like khaki brown. We do the dark ones.
No. Well, thank you for coming to the Everything Goes podcast. My name is Gus.
The Everything Goes podcast.
And I have Heidi here. And that's it, guys. Remember, guys, catch us on anywhere you guys get your social media accounts. So we are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you could also catch us on the Everything Goes podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you guys listen to the podcast. That's it, guys. Remember, leave a rating, leave comments, share, like, all that crap.
And subscribe.
Share.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. So this is Gus, and I am out. Thanks, Heidi.
All right. Peace.
Till next time, guys.
Adios.
Catch you guys next time.
Adios.
All right.